When combat-ready meets curb-ready, the results are insane. And these are the 20 military off-road beasts lets you bring your adventure to the streets. Ready? The Atlas APC takes the dependable Ford F-550 and turns it into something straight out of an action movie. Only this beast is 100% street legal. Built like a fortress on wheels, it carries a full B6 armor rating and bulletproof glass, tough enough to shrug off 7.62mm rounds. Even 2 grenades detonating underneath? It's been tested for that. Despite its 16,000-pound build, the Atlas handles off-road chaos like a champ, thanks to its heavy-duty suspension and monster 335/80 R20 tires. Inside, though, it's all Ford comfort. Modern, familiar, and surprisingly refined. Whether you're prepping for the apocalypse or just want to own the safest ride in traffic, this mobile safe room nails the perfect blend of intimidation, practicality, and pure tactical swagger. Meet the Humvee, the legend that went from battlefield brute to boulevard boss. Originally bred for combat, this high-mobility, multi-purpose wheeled vehicle still packs that military swagger, but now flexes serious street cred. Under the hood lies a bulletproofed 6.0-liter Powerstroke turbo diesel, pumping out around 550 wheel horsepower, a massive leap from its sluggish origins. Thanks to portal axles, king shocks, and beefy 40-inch tires, it's no longer just a mudslinging tank. It's a shockingly smooth and fast off-roader. With its towering stance and rugged DNA, it handles errands or dirt trails with equal dominance. This civilian Humvee ensures you can keep the war zone attitude and still make it to brunch on time. The Paramount Marauder is built like a tank but sold to civilians. This 10-ton monster makes most tough trucks look like toys. Beneath its thick steel skin, a diesel engine churns out 290 horsepower and a jaw-dropping 1,100 Nm of torque, enough to bulldoze obstacles like speed bumps made of butter. Its armor? 90mm windows, a bomb-resistant undercarriage, and the nerve to shrug off 7 kilograms of plastic explosives. Yet despite all that, it's surprisingly civilized, cruising city streets or tackling rough terrain with the same brute confidence. And if you ever need to scale a wall, literally, the Marauder's vertical climbing ability has you covered. For those who prefer peace of mind wrapped in pure intimidation, this beast delivers. If you're still here, you're definitely loving this video. So go ahead, tap that like button, subscribe, and just ring that notification bell so you see the new videos we have on the way. The Toyota Mega Cruiser is Japan's ultimate "we can do that too" response to the Humvee, and honestly, it's glorious overkill. Originally built for the Japan Self-Defense Forces, Toyota later unleashed a tiny batch of civilian models, roughly 133 to 150 units total. Beneath that tank-sized body lives a 4.1-liter turbo diesel, pushing 153 horsepower and 282 pound-feet of torque, paired with portal axles and 3 locking differentials that make rough terrain feel like a mild inconvenience. Its secret weapon? 4-wheel steering, giving this hulking beast an absurdly tight turning radius. Add in nearly 17 inches of ground clearance, and you've got a road-legal mountain goat in Toyota form, but good luck finding one anywhere. The Rezvani Vengeance takes the Cadillac Escalade's luxury DNA and armors it for the apocalypse. So civilian, with military backup. Beneath its sculpted menace lies a beastly 810 horsepower supercharged V8, powering an SUV that tips the scales at over 8,000 pounds, and still moves like it owns every road. The B6 Plus armor and bulletproof glass make it nearly impervious to high-caliber fire, while reinforced suspension and run-flat 35-inch tires handle anything from rocky trails to urban chaos. Its military package doesn't stop there. You get a smoke screen, pepper spray dispensers, electrified door handles, and even magnetic deadbolts, because why not? Add EMP protection, night vision, and off-road steel bumpers, and you've got a fortress on wheels. The Mercedes G-Wagon started life as a battlefield brute, built at the request of the Shah of Iran for soldiers, not celebrities. Its boxy shape and triple locking differentials were born from necessity, not fashion. Yet somewhere along the way, this military tank learned manners and hit the streets as a luxury icon. Beneath its polished finish, though, the Warrior still lives. With low-range gearing, nearly 10 inches of clearance, and a ladder-frame chassis, the G-Wagon can claw up 100% slopes and wade through almost 28 inches of water without breaking a sweat. Vintage W461 Wolf models remain pure mechanical muscle, while modern AMG G63s blend brute force with leather-lined civility. It's the rare SUV that looks at home storming a desert trail or a designer valet line. The Lenco Bearcat G3 is what happens when a tank decides to get street smart. It was built for SWAT and military missions, but has found new life with civilians, protecting VIPs, aiding rescue teams, and starring in movies that need the real thing. Beneath its armor, it's pure brute tech. A 4WD system, huge run-flat tires, and portal-level ground clearance for tearing through debris or desert trails. The cabin's fully sealed with 360-degree ballistic protection, yet inside you get bench seating for 8, a powerful rear AC system, 14 USB ports, and even trauma lighting for emergencies. Add a hydraulic ram up front, a one-hand roof hatch, and stealth lighting, and you've got an armored truck that's somehow just as comfortable saving lives as it is stealing scenes. The Terradyne Gurkha looks like it could escort a president or star in a post-apocalyptic blockbuster. And yes, it's totally street legal. It comes on the mighty Ford F550 Super Duty chassis, running on a 6.7-liter 8 turbo diesel engine, pushing 330 horsepower and a jaw-dropping 750 pound-feet of torque. It's wrapped in B7-level armor, tough enough to stop armor-piercing rounds. Yet some civilian buyers opt for lighter ballistic protection to keep things practical. Its 4x4 shift-on-the-fly system, 4.88 limited slip differential, and 41-inch tires give it the stance and clearance of a rolling fortress. Whether it's patrolling war zones, protecting convoys, or cruising city streets for those who really hate traffic stress, the Gurkha blends military muscle with everyday drivability, like few machines on Earth. The Volvo C303, or TGB11, is Sweden's idea of a go-anywhere tank in disguise. It was built in the 1970s for military duty. This 4x4 beast runs a mid-mounted 3.0-liter B30 straight-six, pushing 125 horsepower through a manual gearbox that feels surprisingly smooth for a machine built to crawl through tundra. It rides on portal axles, the same clever setup Unimogs use, giving it massive ground clearance and serious rock-hopping ability. Add locking differentials front and rear, and you've got a truck that easily handles mud, snow, and steep hills. Despite its 5,200-pound build and leaf spring suspension, it's shockingly road legal, even meeting U.S. safety standards back in the day. Today, off-roaders love it for its slow, steady torque and unshakable Scandinavian toughness. The Willys Jeep didn't roll off the line trying to be cool. It earned that status the hard way, crawling through mud, sand, and chaos during World War II. From 1941, it was a military workhorse, stacked with a bulletproof 2.2-liter Go Devil engine and a basic 4x4 setup that could outclimb half-tracks twice its size. Simplicity was its superpower. Soldiers could fix it with a hammer and some luck. After the war, this scrappy machine found a second life on farms, ranches, and dirt roads worldwide, kicking off the entire SUV culture we know today. The restored civilian versions keep that utilitarian charm but add comfort. Leather seats, polished tools, and even Bluetooth radios. It's still a symbol of freedom on four wheels, just with better seats and fewer bullet holes. Ever seen a truck that looks like it could tow your house, your neighbor's house, and still ask for dessert? Meet the M1081 LMTV. This 4x4 beast uses a 7.2-liter Caterpillar turbo diesel engine paired with a 7-speed Allison automatic, delivering relentless low-end power. Its independent suspension, CTIS, and 46-inch tires make mud, sand, and boulders feel like pavement. The A1R variant could even be airdropped from a C130, ready for combat straight off the ramp. But here's where it gets fun. Today, civilians are snatching these up and converting them into off-grid campers and apocalypse-proof overlanders. With its 400-mile range and near-indestructible drivetrain, the M1081 has become the ultimate drive-anywhere home on wheels. It's overkill on wheels, but in the best way possible. The Mercedes Unimog U1300L is the Swiss Army knife of trucks, originally for military duty, but wildly loved by overlanders. Under the hood sits a 5.7-liter OM35 26-cylinder diesel, making around 130 horsepower, mated to an 8-speed manual, plus 4 reverse for serious gear flexibility. With portal axles, coil spring suspension, and locking diffs both front and rear, ground clearance, traction, and articulation are next level. It's built to carry heavy loads, but thanks to its clever drivetrain and rugged build, many convert them into expedition rigs or campers. Add a 160-liter fuel tank for long-range travel, and you've got a road-legal behemoth that laughs at mud, water, and steep terrain. The Kaiser Jeep M715 was an answer to the 1960s military need for something meaner than the standard pickup. Built off the Jeep Gladiator platform, it took everything civilian and stripped it down to pure battlefield purpose. A 230 cubic inch Tornado inline-6 engine, 4-speed manual gearbox, and 4-wheel drive gave it the torque to muscle through mud, sand, and jungle without breaking stride. Its squared-off cab and steel body weren't about looks. They were about lasting through chaos. Capable of hauling 1.25 tons, it served tirelessly in Vietnam, hauling troops and supplies through brutal conditions. Today, collectors love its rugged honesty, and builders turn it into overlanding legends. The M715 wasn't fancy, but it was fierce, a classic example of Jeep's brute utility meeting military backbone. The Jeep J8 takes the Wrangler's adventurous soul and cranks it up with military muscle. Originally built for global defense contracts, it swapped weekend trails for frontline grit. Packing a 2.8-liter turbo diesel engine, 5-speed auto, and command track 4-wheel drive that easily handles deep sand or 30-inch river crossings. Reinforced axles, leaf spring suspension, and a 2,500-pound payload let it haul troops or tow nearly 4 tons. Interestingly, many of these ex-military J8s now roam civilian roads, turned into expedition rigs or overland haulers. Strip the armor, keep the power, and you've got a Wrangler with military training and road manners. A diesel brute that trades camouflage for camper shells and keeps conquering terrain long after its service ended. The Renault Sherpa Light feels like a French bulldog in truck form, compact, strong, and built to charge through anything. Originally designed for special ops and NATO forces, this 4x4 brute packs a 4-cylinder turbo diesel with up to 265 horsepower and a monstrous 800 Nm of torque. It rides on portal-style clearance reaching 600 millimeters, tackles 100% gradients, and even fords up to 1.5 meters of water like it's nothing. But its story didn't stop at military duty. These days, stripped-down and polished versions are finding their way into civilian hands, used by private security firms, off-road collectors, and expedition crews who crave a truck that's all business. The Sherpa's that rare ride that makes a battlefield feel like your backyard. The Devolro King David is less a tank and more a throne on wheels. A monstrous, street-legal armored tundra built by Devolro for those who want power and protection without compromise. Built on the rugged Toyota Tundra frame, this Miami-born beast merges ballistic protection with supercharged power. Beneath its custom wide-body shell and DevX armor coating, a 5.0-liter V8 roars out 530 horsepower, supported by a 7-inch lift, Brembo GT brakes, and monstrous R37 tires that devour rough terrain. Its B6 rated armor, 42mm bulletproof glass, and reinforced frame mean you can stare down chaos and keep driving. Inside, handcrafted leather, Alcantara, and carbon fiber create a sanctuary of elegance amid destruction. Optional night and thermal vision turn every escape route into a private runway. The Land Rover Defender 110 started out as a soldier's best friend, A military mule in uniform that conquered deserts, jungles, and tundra with mechanical honesty. The Defender XD Wolf, with its ladder frame chassis, coil spring suspension, and full-time four-wheel drive, carried troops and gear through chaos, earning a reputation for being nearly unkillable. It climbed 60% gradients, waded through half a meter of water, and didn't mind a little incoming fire. But when its battle scars turned to badges of honor, civilians wanted in. Today's L663 Defender 110 keeps the off-road genes but dresses sharper, with electronic air suspension, terrain response 2, and luxury materials inside. It can still wade 900 millimeter deep, tow 3.5 tons, and scale steep trails, only now it does it with leather seats, Wi-Fi, and quiet confidence. A war hero turned gentleman adventurer. The Lamborghini LM002 is what happens when a supercar company builds an SUV with zero restraint. Powered by a 5.2-liter Countach 5, 12 pushing 450 horsepower, it turns dunes and dirt trails into racetracks. Its all-wheel drive, triple-locking differentials, and nearly 12 inches of ground clearance made it unstoppable off-road, while custom Pirelli Scorpion run-flat tires kept it charging through sand or rock without flinching. Originally designed for military use, it evolved into the ultimate civilian status symbol, an SUV that made other off-roaders look like toys. Weighing almost 6,000 pounds yet hitting over 120 miles per hour, it was pure madness on wheels. Today, the LM002 remains the spiritual godfather of the Urus, proof that Lamborghini's wild side didn't start on asphalt, it started in the desert. The Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6 looks like something a comic book villain would daily drive. 6 wheels of unapologetic madness with a military resume. What began as a troop carrier for the Australian Army got the AMG treatment, meaning a 5.5-liter twin-turbo V8 that spits out 544 horsepower and 561 pound-feet of torque. Those portal axles, straight off a Unimog. The result, nearly 18 inches of ground clearance, 5 locking diffs, and the ability to ford a meter-deep stream like it's nothing. But make no mistake, this isn't a tool anymore. It's a trophy. Polished leather, carbon trim, and that unmistakable G-Wagon snarl make it the rare beast that feels just as at home storming dunes as it does valet parked outside a penthouse. The Rezvani Tank looks like something out of a dystopian movie. Part luxury SUV, part armored fortress, and part fever dream. Underneath the madness sits a modified Jeep Wrangler chassis, but everything else screams excess. The base version packs a 6.4-liter V8 with 500 horsepower, while the top-tier Tank X swaps that out for a supercharged 6.2-liter V8 from the Dodge Demon pushing 1,000 horsepower. Optional Fox shocks, Dynatrac axles, and an on-demand 4x4 system make it equally comfortable crawling rocks or outrunning an apocalypse. But the real showstopper is the military edition. Bulletproof armor, Kevlar protection, EMP shielding, and night vision. Despite the warzone-ready specs, the Tank is totally street legal, a rolling paradox that turns commutes into combat missions. Now you know all the military vehicles you can take into the streets. Which of them would you take for a spin? Tell us in the comments.